Today we are going to have a very simple, very quick tutorial on how to turn off an iPhone. And that's because if you are coming from Android, you have probably experienced the following. On Android, when we go to turn off a device, we simply use the lock button, which is this one here. If I press it, it unlocks the phone, and if I press it again, it locks it. But if I hold it down, theoretically, it should turn off. So if I hold it down, as you can see, I am holding it down, but it just activates Siri, which is over here, the voice assistant that Apple has, right? But then in this case, we won't be able to turn it off this way. So how do we turn off an iPhone? Well, I'm going to show you different ways. The first one, and the one that everyone uses, is that on this phone, which does not have a home button, but is like this one that has two buttons here. And then the other lock button here. We will turn it off simply by pressing the lock button on the right side, and the volume down button here. So we will hold both buttons down for a moment, and then we will see slide to power off. It's as simple as that. Just slide in here, we slide it, and the phone will automatically turn off. We'll wait a moment, and now the screen goes black, and no matter how much I touch it or press the lock button, it won't turn on. How do I turn it back on? Well, instead of selecting the volume button and the lock button, I will just press the lock button, and after waiting a moment, the Apple logo will appear on the screen, and the phone will automatically turn on. It's that simple. But we have another way that can also help us to restart it. As we do it, I will show you shortly. Once this phone starts up again, we will be able to restart it, instead of just turning it off. So let's wait a moment. Well, and the way to restart it, without the need to keep pressing those buttons and just turn it off. Instead, we want to restart it for a moment. It's simply done as follows. First, we will press the volume up button. Then we will press the volume down button. But just press it and release it. After that, we will hold the lock button for a few seconds. So let's take a look at this. We are going to press the volume up, volume down, and we will hold this button on the right for about 10 seconds. You can see it says slide to power off, but in this case, we are not going to slide there. Instead, we are going to press and hold the lock button directly, and the phone restarts. And here we no longer have it. We, as such, take the button to restart it because automatically, after waiting a few seconds, the phone will start up again without the need to turn it on. So this is a way to restart, not to turn off, but to turn it off. I already showed you earlier. The only thing that would change is that I don't have to press to turn the phone back on.